These are 15 car hacks that can save you anywhere from $800 to over $2,000 a year, and most mechanics will never tell you about them. I'm not talking about sketchy tips from random forums here. Every single hack in this video comes from verified sources like A studies, Consumer Reports testing, the EPA, and the Department of Energy. These are real savings that work on virtually any car from the 1990s to today, so let's get into it. We're starting with the hack that saves the most money for the most people, and that's to stop buying premium gas unless your car actually requires it. According to AEA, Americans waste $2.1 billion every single year putting premium gasoline in cars designed for regular fuel. And when PPOA actually tested this, they found zero benefit, no improvement in fuel economy, no extra horsepower, no reduction in emissions, nothing at all. The savings math breaks down like this. At current prices, premium runs roughly 85 cents more per gallon than regular. If you're getting 25 miles per gallon and driving 12,000 miles a year, that puts over $400 back in your pocket annually. But here's the thing you need to check. Grab your owner's manual and look for one specific word, required. If it says premium is required, use it without question. But if it says premium is recommended, Consumer Reports tested a 2015 Acura TLX and a 2016 Nissan Maxima, both cars that recommend premium, and found identical performance on regular fuel. One thing that actually is worth paying extra for is top-tier gasoline at any octane level. A testing found that non-top-tier gasolines cause 19 times more engine deposits, which means that extra 3 to 4 cents per gallon pays for itself over time. And speaking of things that aren't worth paying for, let's talk about the 3,000-mile oil change. This rule is completely outdated and primarily benefits quick lube shops, not your engine. Scientific American, Edmunds, and Consumer Reports all confirm that most modern vehicles need oil changes every 5,000 to 7,500 miles. And many newer cars with oil life monitors can go 10,000 to 15,000 miles between changes. The cost difference is dramatic if you're willing to do it yourself. A DIY oil change runs $25 to $50, while a quick lube charges $65 to $125 for synthetic, and dealerships want $150 to $250 for the same job. That's $100 to $260 in annual savings just by following your actual owner's manual and maybe getting your hands a little dirty. Now, let's talk about the single easiest car maintenance you can do yourself, which is replacing your engine air filter. Dealerships charge $70 to $150 for this service, but at an auto parts store, the filter costs $10 to $30 and takes 5 to 10 minutes to swap out with zero tools required. You pop the hood, unclip the airbox, swap the filter, and close it back up. And here's a scam to watch out for. Some shops keep dirty filters on hand to show customers, so always ask to see your actual filter being removed from your car. Your cabin air filter works the same way at $10 to $40 DIY versus $50 to $150 at the dealership. And most are located behind your glove box, where they take about 10 minutes to replace. Windshield wipers follow the same pattern at $15 to $40 for a pair versus $60 to $150 at a shop for what takes 2 minutes. The hack here is that AutoZone and O'Reilly install them for free when you buy from them, which means zero cost for labor. This next one is huge and most people have no idea it exists. Every car sold in the United States since 1996 has something called an OBD2 port, which is usually located under your dashboard near the steering column. This is what mechanics plug into to read your check engine codes, and dealerships charge $50 to $100 just for this diagnostic scan. But a basic Bluetooth scanner costs $10 to $30, connects to your smartphone, and tells you exactly what's wrong with your car. The real hack, though, is that AutoZone and O'Reilly scan your car for free. They'll read check engine codes, ABS codes, and maintenance lights. Then print out a report with possible causes. Knowing the code before you visit a mechanic prevents unnecessary upsells and lets you get second opinions before committing to expensive repairs. Quick tip on check engine lights while we're here. A steady light usually indicates something less urgent, and the number one cause is actually a loose gas cap, so try tightening that until it clicks. But a flashing check engine light means something serious is happening, specifically a severe engine misfire that's actively damaging your catalytic converter. So reduce speed and get service immediately. Only 14% of insurance policyholders use telematics programs, those apps or devices that track your driving habits. Consumer Reports surveyed over 40,000 people and found the median savings hit $120 a year for most drivers. Households with young drivers saw $245 in median savings, and the best performers with Progressive Snapshot averaged $922 in annual savings. The maximum discounts vary by company, with Nationwide Smart Ride offering up to 40% off Farmers Signal up to 35%, and State Farm, Liberty Mutual, USAA, and Travelers all offering up to 30%. One important caveat is that Allstate, American Family, Farmers, and Travelers can raise your rates based on the data they collect. But Nationwide, State Farm, and USAA have confirmed they only apply discounts, which means they won't increase your premium if you're a less than perfect driver. And speaking of driving habits, let's talk about the hidden tax aggressive drivers pay at the pump, according to the Department of Energy and EPA. Aggressive driving that includes speeding, rapid acceleration, and hard braking wastes 15 to 30% of your fuel at highway speeds and 10 to 40% in stop-and-go traffic. Here's a specific breakdown of what that costs you. Every 5 miles per hour you drive over 50 adds an additional 21 cents per gallon equivalent to your fuel costs. And accelerating from 0 to 60 in 15 seconds instead of 10 seconds saves 31 to 37% on fuel for that acceleration event. You'll still get there. You'll just have more money when you arrive. The Department of Energy estimates that 3.56 million gallons of gas get wasted every single day due to improperly inflated tires. Oak Ridge National Laboratory testing found that each 1 psi drop below your recommended pressure costs you 0.2 to 0.3% in fuel economy. Tires running at 75% of recommended pressure show a 2 to 3% drop, and at 50% you're losing 5 to 10% of your fuel efficiency. The key detail here is to use the pressure listed on your door jamb sticker or in your owner's manual, not the maximum pressure printed on the tire sidewall. Those are different numbers, and using the wrong one can hurt both your fuel economy and your tire life. Let's take a break from saving money and talk about features your car probably has that you've never used. Most cars since around 2007 have a small arrow or triangle next to the gas pump icon on your fuel gauge, and it points to the side of the car where your gas cap is located. A Ford designer named Jim Moylan invented this in 1986 after getting soaked filling up on the wrong side of his car, and it first appeared on the 1989 Ford Escort. Many cars also let you roll down all your windows remotely using your key fob. For Honda and Acura, press unlock once, then press and hold it again until the windows lower. Ford and Lincoln require you to press and hold unlock for 3+ seconds. GM vehicles often have this as a setting you can enable in the infotainment system, and Mercedes, BMW, Audi, and Volvo can do both down and up from the fob. Not every car supports this feature, with Subaru being a notable exception, and rolling windows up remotely remains rare in US vehicles due to federal safety requirements. But it's worth checking your manual to see what your car can do. One more hidden feature worth knowing is that every push-button start key fob contains a physical key inside. press the small button or slide the mechanism to release it, and you'll find a traditional metal key that becomes essential when your fob battery dies and you're locked out of your car. Now, let's talk about 4 things mechanics try to sell you that you probably don't need, starting with transmission and engine flushes. According to Car Talk experts, flushes are an invention of companies that make fluid flush machines, and Mazda specifically warns against transmission flushes in their technical bulletins. What you actually need are regular fluid changes per your owner's manual, not high-pressure flushes that can cause problems. Throttle body and fuel injector cleaning ranks as another profitable upsell that shops push at $75 to $150. But experts say it's only needed if your car is running rough or stalling. Using top-tier gasoline regularly provides ongoing cleaning through detergent additives without the expensive service charges. Wheel alignments get pushed as routine maintenance all the time, but according to one technician, only about 1 out of every 10 vehicles he puts tires on actually needs alignment work. You need an alignment after installing new tires, after suspension work, if the car pulls to one side, or if tires are wearing unevenly, but not as a regular service every time you visit a shop. And this last one matters more than most people realize. You do not have to use the dealership to maintain your warranty, despite what they might tell you. The Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act of 1975 makes it illegal for dealers to deny warranty coverage because you got routine maintenance somewhere else. The FTC confirms that independent mechanics, retail chains, or even you can do routine maintenance, and independent shops typically charge 20 to 40% less for identical work. Here's a quick one that can save you hundreds of dollars. AutoZone, O'Reilly, Advance Auto Parts, Napa, and Walmart all offer free battery testing. And when you buy a battery from AutoZone or O'Reilly, they install it for free. Compare that to $50 to $200 for DIY or part store install versus $150 to $350 at a mechanic or $200 to $500 plus at a dealership. Testing your battery every 6 months, especially before summer and winter, catches problems before they leave you stranded. Dashboard warning lights follow a universal color system that's worth memorizing. Red means stop driving soon or immediately, covering things like oil pressure, engine temperature, and brake system failure. Yellow or amber means service soon, and you can drive short distances safely for things like check engine lights, tire pressure monitoring, and ABS warnings. Green or blue lights are purely informational and indicate that a system is active and working correctly. A few household cleaning hacks that actually work include baking soda for eliminating odors, which you sprinkle on seats and carpets, wait 15 to 20 minutes, then vacuum up along with whatever was causing the smell. Baking soda also cleans upholstery stains when mixed into a paste. White vinegar mixed 50-50 with water makes a streak-free glass cleaner and removes pet odors from upholstery effectively. Dryer sheets remove bug residue without scratching paint and work great for pet hair on fabric seats. Coffee filters stacked 3 or 4 together work as lint-free window cleaners that won't leave streaks behind. Toothpaste on headlights does work, but results last only 1 to 2 months before the haziness returns. For lasting results, spend $15 to $30 on a headlight restoration kit with UV sealant that protects the lens long term. One thing to avoid is olive oil on dashboards, which multiple detailing professionals warn creates sticky residue and can cause dangerous glare from sun reflection. And never use it on steering wheels because it creates a slippery safety hazard. Every car should have a few emergency basics, including jumper cables or a portable jump starter, and preferably both. A also recommends reflective warning triangles, an LED flashlight, a seatbelt cutter, and window breaker combo tool that costs about $10 to $15, a first aid kit, phone charger, tire gauge, and portable inflator. emergency blanket, water, and some cash in small bills. The window breaker tool deserves special mention because it works on tempered side glass, not the laminated windshield. Strike the window corners where the glass is weakest, and keep the tool accessible on your visor or keychain rather than buried in the glove box where you can't reach it in an emergency. Before we wrap up, a few popular hacks that turn out to be complete myths need addressing. Filling up in the morning for denser gas sounds logical, but Consumer Reports tested this and found underground tank temperature stayed at a steady 62 degrees, regardless of air temperature, making the difference what one expert called minuscule. Cell phones causing gas station fires has never actually happened according to the Petroleum Equipment Institute, which says they've never documented a single incident caused by a cell phone. The actual danger comes from static electricity generated when you get in and out of your car. Warming up your car by idling wastes fuel because Consumer Reports confirms that modern engines warm up more quickly when they're actually being driven. Idling for more than 10 seconds uses more fuel than stopping and restarting your engine. And those magnetic fuel savers or miracle additives you see advertised are complete scams. The EPA has tested over 100 of these products and hasn't found any that significantly improve gas mileage. And the FTC secured a $4.2 million settlement against one magnetic fuel saver company for false advertising claims. So let's add up what all these hacks could save you. Switching from premium to regular gas, if your car doesn't require it, saves $339 to $678 annually. Telematics insurance discounts add $120 to over $900. DIY oil changes, air filters, cabin filters, and wipers combine for another $200 to $500 in savings. Better driving habits and proper tire inflation save $150 to $300 in fuel costs. The total potential ranges from $800 to over $2,400 every single year. That's real money sitting in your pocket. And none of these hacks require special skills or expensive tools to implement. If you found this helpful, you know what to do. Drop a comment with any car hacks you swear by, because I'm always looking for more to test and verify. Thanks for watching.